Michael, we'd love to hear this infamous Will Geer story. You were at your alma mater talking.
Yeah, we shared a common point, an intersection in a fraternity. Although he was at the University of Chicago 50 years earlier, and I was at Auburn University. And I had written an address for that fraternity, which I delivered in Muncie, Indiana, and they recorded. Didn't know about the recording part, but then they started to play it for distinguished alumni. And they were out doing interviews with members, alumni of that fraternity in the entertainment industry. Dean Jagger, who won the Academy Award for Brigham Young, Chester Gould, who created Dick Tracy, and Will Geer, who at that time was the grandfather on the Waltons. They played the thing for Will, and he says in his inimitable style, "Do you know how to get in touch with this fella?" And they said, "Yeah." He's at Auburn. He said, "Call him." And so I get up, it's literally the evening of my last college final, and I went to the phone, and he said, "Son, this is Will Geer. I think you should try acting before the corporate structure snaps you up." And I said, "I don't know anything about it, Mr. Geer." He said, "Come to California, I'll work with you." And I was, needless to say, I knew who he was, but I was taken aback. I had no idea. They prefaced the conversation a little bit and introduced me to him. But I said, "May I call you back?" Because I'd never been on the stage, Karen. I had I'd been a leaf once in the first grade, no lines, that was it. And I thought, And it was an interesting time in the history of our country and culture, and that Vietnam was still raging, and that's not true. It was winding down, which is why I was able to go to California. I didn't have to go to Vietnam. And I thought, it's too rare an opportunity. I don't want to look back and go, what if? And I knew I wanted out of the South. So I went out there, and I knew nothing. And people said, "Try it, you won't make it. Try it, you won't make it." Wow, you don't know what you're doing. You won't make it. And after a while, I got a good resentment about it. And you can do a lot of good on a good resentment. So I just held on, But Ellen, his daughter Ellen, was extraordinary. She was the original ingenue for Tyrone Guthrie. And Ellen was the primary director at Theatricum Botanicum. And she taught me how to act. She just took me by the hand and taught me how to act. And it was not an easy task. I couldn't read. I didn't read well. I stammered and stuttered. If you walk into an audition and you're trying to pick up a line, that didn't work well. So I had to learn to read. And I would work construction during the day, and I would sit in the bathtub at night and read Time magazine until it sounded like human speech, and I could mechanically pick words off a page. And I'm probably still a better reader than I am an actor because of that.